What up? It's your boy Wall Street. And today, I want to talk about something very important. So I want you to listen up. Because today I want to talk about why you should love yourself and how you should love yourself. Because a lot of people out there don't really like who they are. And I used to be in a position like that as well. And, excuse my voice crack right there. See, like that back in the day, I would have been like, yo, I suck. You know what I mean? Like right off rip. I would have been like, I'm voice cracking. That's it. I'm done. I'm not recording this anymore. I'm cool. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to do that anymore because every human is imperfect. And that's that's what makes us all beautiful. Okay. So loving yourself is a complex topic, to say the least. And a lot of people are insecure. A lot of people don't like a lot of things about themselves. And frankly, I'm no different. There's certain things that I don't like about myself, but I've come to accept them and I've come to understand them and I've come to love them as my imperfections, right? And that's what makes me who I am. On that same token, though, you should always look to improve yourself and always look to take care of yourself similar to how you would take care of someone else that you love, right? So this is a big lesson that I learned was the first step in loving yourself is treating yourself like you deserve to be loved, right? Which sounds pretty odd, right? It doesn't really make a lot of sense at first, but I think once you kind of, reread that statement and say it to yourself, you kind of start to understand what exactly is being meant, right? And what it means to treat yourself like someone who's, deserving to be loved is, like how would you take care of someone that you're, trying to impress? How would you take care of someone that you really care about, right? Like if you've ever been in a relationship before, like I used to want to do everything for my girlfriend to make her happy and things like that, right? And, you do those things because you love that person. So if you're going to do that for someone else, why not do that for yourself? Right? Like if you're going to get up in the morning and make breakfast for someone and, drive them around to all their favorite places and this, that, whatever, why wouldn't you also do that for yourself? Why would you just stay in bed all day and not do any of that because you're just like, oh, I don't want to do this, whatever. Like those are bad habits to get into where you start, not really caring about yourself. You don't take care of yourself. Get up in the morning, brush your teeth, get up in the morning, take a shower, get up in the morning, go to the gym, right? Like just take care of yourself like you would, want someone that you care about to be taken care of, right? So I think like another great comparison on that same note is like everyone probably knows somebody or a family member that like struggles with something, right? Like, I've had friends that struggle with, drug addictions. I've had friends that just genuinely don't take care of themselves in terms of their diet, don't exercise, things like that. And I always try to encourage them. I'm like, why don't you stop doing, all these drugs that you're doing? Why don't you stop, eating fast food 5 times a week? Why don't you cook at home a little bit? Like it's just small things, right? And, I genuinely want my friends that struggle with these things to get better and change their ways, right? And I'd be so proud of them for doing it. So if you're going through the same thing and there's a reason that you're struggling with something, because like a lot of times, right, like people that struggle with drugs, they have a, some sort of inner demon that's bothering them or a certain problem they're trying to address, but they're not addressing it the right way. Whereas if you just took care of yourself, you can face that with a sober mindset. You can face it with a non-diluted mindset from, having a bad diet, doing a lot of drugs, this, that, whatever. And it lets you really face the problem. And when you really face the problem, you start to learn that it's not that scary of a problem in the first place, right? It's a lot easier to deal with it face to face than to constantly hide it and put it aside, in a shadow, right? So again, it's a lot easier said than done. It takes a lot of time to learn to love yourself. You have to start with, stop talking to yourself negatively, right? Like I used to do this. It was like, I thought that talking to myself negatively was going to make me work harder. And it didn't. right? Like you can still be motivated and drive yourself to work harder by talking to yourself in a positive manner. Like instead of being like, you need to do this because you suck and you need to figure out how to change your life because your life sucks. You could change that around and say, like, I know you can do this. So let's lock in, let's do this, let's get this accomplished. And once it's accomplished, you can reward yourself, take a little break, relax, and then we'll get right back at it, right? Because you can manage, doing work and then relaxing. You can manage that balance. Before I was like, I can't manage that balance, so I have to talk to myself negatively to get myself to work, right? And that's not the case. You just have to try out these more positive methods, and I'm telling you, your appreciation for yourself will go way up, right? Because I used to just think, oh, well, I'm just a person that, is easily moved by my urges, easily moved by my impulses, right? And I thought that was the truth for a long time. I don't really think that's the truth anymore. I think I was just coming up with an excuse as to why I couldn't get something done, right? Because I didn't want to feel like I wasn't good enough to actually accomplish it. And there's some real emotion in that statement. But like I said, previously, like just facing the problem head on and addressing it and figuring out how you can do differently is so much better, right? You're going to be a better person for it. You're going to be so much better off. So, but let's go back to the surface level statement, right? You should love yourself. How do you go about doing that? So again, avoid the negative self-talk. I think treat yourself like, you deserve to be taken care of. Like get up in the morning and take a shower. Don't let yourself go without bathing for a week, right? Like don't, not work out for, months on end. Like just get into a routine and take care of yourself. And I'm telling you, your appearance will improve because you're going to be going to the gym. Your health's going to improve because you're going to the gym. You're eating better. Like, and you're going to see like, oh wow, like I'm treating myself so much better and this is making me feel better. So I got to keep up with this because I deserve to feel this way. I deserve to feel good, right? And if you think about it like that, your mental health is going to improve dramatically along with your just physical health, right? It's just crazy to me because it's such a simple thing now that I think about it, but it's a very hard thing for a lot of people. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that'll watch this video and they'll be like, oh, this guy's, it's a load of crap, whatever. Like it's just, and I said, it is easier said than done, but the real thing that matters, and really like one of the only things that matters in anything you do in life, is your dedication and your willingness to pursue what you set out to accomplish. Because if you're trying to figure out how can I truly like myself and love myself and feel good about myself, feel proud of who I am, you have to be dedicated to getting to the other side of that. And it's not something that happens in a day. It's not something that happens in a week. It's not something that happens in a month, even a year. It's something that you build up to over time, but you have to be consistent. And again, it's just doing the small things, being grateful, being grateful for yourself, being happy, you are who you are, taking a look at your good qualities, understanding that your bad qualities you can improve on. There's always room for improvement. And as long as you continue to improve yourself and care about improving yourself, that's you considering yourself as someone that deserves to be taken care of and someone that deserves to achieve what they want to achieve. You have to think that way. Because if you don't think that way, you're just going to be like, oh, well, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve that. And you can't talk to yourself that way. You really can't. Right. So I know a lot of you guys that are watching this probably, you might not go to therapy. You might not, talk to yourself in a positive manner. I think a lot of men as well, mental health kind of gets like scoffed at, where it's like, oh, well, just suck it up, rub some dirt on it. Right. Like, like I've had that type of experience too. Don't get me wrong. But you got to look deep inside yourself and understand that it's okay for your mental health to not be great. And it's okay to address that, right? Because just because it's not great doesn't mean that it's not fixable, right? And your mental health is such a big aspect of it. Like if you're a dude out there and you go to the gym a lot, right? And you're trying to improve your appearance, you're trying to improve your health, and you're trying to, bulk up, improve the structure of your muscles, right? Think about your brain in the same way, as your brain is a muscle, and you have to train it to act a certain way. You have to get those reps in talking to yourself in a positive manner. You have to get those reps in, practicing gratitude. You have to get those reps in of understanding things you can do to take care of yourself, because you deserve to be taken care of, and you are the one that can take care of you the best, right? So again, it's an easier thing to say than to do, but I'm telling you, just start taking care of yourself little by little. Start doing small goals in the morning. Make your bed, brush your teeth, take a shower, make yourself breakfast. I'll tell you guys right now, I made myself a mean breakfast this morning, and I was so happy after I sat on the couch, and I was like, damn, I deserved that breakfast too, because I worked hard to make it and did what I had to do. I had 3 eggs, I had some tater tots, I had an avocado, lime juice, some chili flakes on that, John. This is stuff you should do for yourself, because if you enjoy doing stuff like that, don't rely on someone else to do it for you. Do it yourself. And I'm telling you, you're going to start to feel better about yourself. But just overall, man, think about who you are and embrace who you are and love who you are, right? Again, I said it, I have imperfections. I've stuttered probably 4 times in this video, right? But I'm not going to cut it out, because people are imperfect. That's just how it goes. And I want this to be real. I want this to be genuine, because at the end of the day, man, there's plenty of people that try to put on a show, plenty of people that try to show something that they're not. And that's not me. And that shouldn't be you either, because you're good enough the way you are. Imperfections, all that. So just believe in yourself, man, because I love each and every one of you that's watching this video. I believe in each and every one of you that's watching this video. And I want you to talk to yourself positively. I want you to embrace who you are. I want you to love yourself, because all of us are worthy of being loved. And the most important relationship you have in this life is the relationship you have with yourself. So cherish it, foster that relationship, and try to make it the best relationship you have. Because until you're cool with yourself, you're not really going to be able to be cool with other people. See, I just started again, but I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? So keep doing your thing, man. Love yourself. I love y'all.